And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another special episode of Simply Awesome Podcast. Well, I guess you could say this is mini episode number two.
Mini-sode 2, baby.
We're not going to hold you guys too long. We're just going to get to the nitty gritty.
Yes, sir.
And, just do what we do. Hey, Roy, how you feeling, man?
I'm feeling great. Blessed and highly vaccinated, living this life COVID free still. Just got my free test from government. My 4 free tests. Just got them in a day. So
I still have yet to get mine.
When they emailed me Friday,
hey, yo, what you doing? Yo, what you doing? You got the hookup?
No, brother, just fast delivery service, the postal service at work. You know what's back. We know what's back up at the Baltimore postal service, the main branch or whatever. But it's working for me.
Man, you getting the COVID test for free? The Plan B for free, man.
No, not free.
Kind of get
how you feeling, Nicholas?
I'm feeling pretty good. We're back at it. Doing my favorite thing to do.
Yes, sir.
Podcast with you.
Yes, sir.
It's a beautiful thing. Approaching the good old 3-0 in a few weeks. So
30, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
30, I ain't quite 40 like you are, but you know what I'm saying? We get up there.
Oh, you're funny. Let's go.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's get into this first thing, man. Let's go for some quick entertainment news real quick. All right, let's go. For those of you that haven't capped up, the Halo franchise announced when the Xbox One launched in 2013 that they were doing the Halo series, right? And it's taking all this time through a lot of production hell and holdups. We're actually finally about to get the Halo series. They released a trailer about 2 weeks ago, and we're just getting to it because with the other episodes we've been having more serious stuff to talk about. This stuff is far quick to get to, but the trailer looks amazing.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely looks amazing. It looks like something that I would enjoy actually watching in terms of playing because I suck at the game. So, no.
But they made Master Chief look good. This is like the third live action outing, but the first one that's actually an actual series. The first one I think was like first two were web series, if I'm not mistaken. But this is the actual live TV production with a bigger budget and all that. So let's see what they do. Hopefully Microsoft gets this right.
Well, they do what they gotta do, man.
There was also a trailer release for the new Rescue Rangers reboot. For those of you who don't know, if your kids in the 80s and 90s, you remember Chip and Rescue Rangers.
Oh, yes, sir.
The cartoon. This is getting a live action, I guess a mixed media reboot with a la Who Framed Roger Rabbit or the newer Space Jam or something like that. The trailer was just released. It should be hitting Disney Plus soon. Go watch the trailer if you haven't seen it before. It looks great. Looks amazing. This is how you reboot a series. This is how you reboot a series.
Most definitely, man. I'm definitely looking for Jurassic Park, though.
Yeah,
that's gonna be the movie of the year, man. I'll tell you what.
Hell no.
What do you mean, hell no?
I can't agree with you there. That's in your opinion, yes. That's in your opinion, sir.
Hey, yo, don't disrespect Jurassic Park. Don't disrespect Jurassic Park.
The OG Jurassic, the first two Jurassic Parks are classics. But let's get this straight. This new one is not going to be the film of the year, bro. There's too many films coming out this year.
The film of the year.
No. It's going
to be the film of the year.
No.
We got dinosaurs.
Well, we're going to see at the end of the year. Come December, we're going to see if it's a film of the year. Let's say that.
Man, we got
dinosaurs. Come December, we're going to
see. Jurassic Park's always been great to me.
It had a couple of duds, but it's been a solid series.
Is that a good movie to take a first date to? What do you think?
It depends on who the first date is.
You said what?
It depends on who your first date is. They might not be.
The person might not be. In general.
In general,
you think that'll be a good first date?
It's not a scary movie. It has some last year. It'll be a good movie to see. It has some action. It's a good movie to see.
So I'm thinking about taking my future wife there. So
have fun with that.
I will.
Have fun with that.
There's been a post going around about first dates. We just leave it at that.
Yeah. Let's get into some space news real quick. So we shout out to space station listeners. We are celebrating the launch of astronauts, the historic launch of the SpaceX crew to the space station, and the historic astronaut Jessica Watson, who will be the first Black woman to be on a long-term mission aboard the space station. Congratulations to her and the rest of the crew that will hopefully be going up into space soon.
Yeah, man.
Very historic.
It's kind of crazy that after all these years we don't have like rapid, travel, going throughout space though. Despite all that technology.
Well, that's a huge problem. We talked about a little bit about
about
a couple months ago. But the thing is, all right, we have to find something, an actual energy source for rapid propulsion. All right, we talked about how in Star Trek they have the Star Trek, they use the idea of solar cells as an actual concept. We know it actually works because we sent a probe out, I think I want to say 1 or 2 years ago, that actually got out of the solar system with actually using solar cells. So it does work, but it's slow. We the actual propulsion system is not nuclear, and that's not rocket fuel to actually get us farther along, like travel longer distances.
Fuel is not necessarily sustainable for long periods of time.
Yeah, no, long travel. Plus, there's other logistical problems like the anti-gravity, dealing with the debris of space, like stuff moving around you, hitting your ship and all that. So a lot of stuff that you gotta actually figure out to get deeper into space.
Yeah, I wonder though, once we actually travel to these different planets, are we going to start finding some new energy sources that are left field?
You never know. You never know.
Well,
but again, that's where like the stuff with Star Trek, like the force fields, all that other stuff would come into play. As you would want like a little rock, a pebble or something coming through and smashing your ship, but you got a big ass hole in your hull.
Well, I mean, once we finally chop up with the aliens, UFOs, translate, maybe they could tell us, exactly what we need to get.
Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. Let's run through a couple of adult topics real quick. I'm pretty sure most of you have seen the young lady that got her cheeks beat in a Zoom call and got fired for that. If you're up on Instagram, you see that, or Twitter or anything like that, you see that circling around on Facebook, you see it circling around the internet. That was crazy as hell.
I mean,
matter of fact, there was another young lady. Not even first, there was a second young lady got caught doing that and got fired also.
She looks so unsatisfied, man. I feel bad for her. She got unsatisfied and she lost her job.
Hey man, she ain't the only one that didn't happen to. It was a second young lady had to happen to. So hey, don't be on work calls getting clamped up. This is not.
I mean, you can, but you just gotta have your joint, you know what I mean, muted and have the video, have the camera turned off.
Of course,
that's all you gotta do.
Of course, that's a trend on TikTok right now. People doing that, but if you see it, you know. If you don't see it, you don't. Yeah,
they didn't follow protocol.
yeah, she didn't follow protocol, so she got fired the quickness. We got the sex tapes leaking of the male entertainers. We got Nelly and Lil Fizz had their members leaked and their sex tape leaked online. We know Nelly live tweeted his shit on IG by mistake during the interview. With Kevin Hart, that shit was hilarious. Watching him say, "Oh, damn!" Watch him look at the phone and do that. That was hilarious. Again, that is not for me. I just saw him trending. I haven't looked at none of this shit. I haven't seen none of it. All I know is trending and everybody was talking about it. So we talking about it real quick.
Yeah, there's some nasty niggas.
Yeah, anything for fame, I guess. Anything for fame. But then, of course, the last adult update real quick is the infamous sipping paint that was going around. Where Sean was giving that neck at the sipping paint.
Oh, yeah.
Mind you, I guess this
Yeah,
is this was a setup for a porno or whatever, because these were adult actors. Well, the guys were, at least. Like I say, through their certain pages, was their first time doing it. They get wild and crazy for the clips I seen on Instagram. So like, yeah, it was wild as
yeah.
hell.
I don't
Uh,
think you want your girls going to these sipping paints anymore, guys.
not those sipping pages. No, a lot of ladies
They can't.
talking about a sipping page messing up their game real quick. Talking about they can't go to tell them
They can't go to the sipping
sipping
paint no
page.
more.
Nah.
They're crazy. Mm-mm.
Can't use an excuse even to
Nope.
go out cheap. Like, no,
Nope.
oh, I see you. That's like, no, you ain't doing that.
No, you ain't going to that.
But no, be safe
That's
out. Be safe out here in these streets, man. Be safe out here in these streets. These sitting pages, man. They can be a fun time, but make sure everybody prepared for it.
Nah, she ain't supposed to be having that type of fun. Unless I'm involved. She crazy.
Not the slurping paint, the sitting paint.
Slurping paint. The slurping gerp. Oh man.
Let's get to Super Bowl, man.
Super Bowl, man. It was in LA. You know what I'm saying? For the Rams. Rams versus Bengals. Joe Burrow, Matthew Stafford, OBJ, Aaron Donald, all these, superstars in the game, man. Ultimately, it was a great game. Halftime show, even greater. You know what I'm saying?
The game was amazing. I'm mad OBJ actually got injured.
He got hurt.
He got that first touchdown he was supposed to. He did what he was supposed to do. Got that right. It was messed up. He was injured, but he got the W. He redeemed himself. We saw that Baker was a problem. And
It definitely was Baker.
Baker was a problem. It wasn't goddamn Odell, it was Baker. Not to say Odell didn't have his problems there, but it was mostly Baker.
It was Baker. And then Odell finally found himself a real quarterback, and he got the ring.
Yeah, he got that W.
Odell baby, man.
Well, Odell about to get that bag this offseason. Odell about to get this bag that offseason.
I don't know about the bag because it's an ACL. But I think he'll stay with the team. He'll stay with the team more than likely, though.
Shit, if they got the cap space for him, if they got the cap space for him, they might have money for him. They might not have it.
He's not. He can't really negotiate for a lucrative deal right now. So
shit,
he can't.
Why can't he?
He's coming. He has an ACL injury.
Look, I just want to see. I just want to Super Bowl. My ACL gonna be fixed in the offseason. I'll be writing down my
fixed. His shit might not be fixed until the beginning of January.
Maybe it depends. It depends.
At the earliest, maybe November.
Let's say he sit out this season. Let's say he really goes to, but he sit out this season just to heal.
Yeah, but I mean, how much you think a franchise gonna pay somebody? Hey, I'm gonna pay you this money just so you're not gonna play the first year. Like, come on, that's not how it happens in NFL.
Look, you see basketball. It ain't like his production numbers gonna get. You can see his production uptick since he went. He was only there for what? Like
they're gonna give him a contract so he can be on the team. So it's gonna be something reasonable for them. No, there's gonna be less, guaranteed money in the first year, but more guaranteed money. They probably do like a 2-year deal. You probably get like a little base salary, first year, and then he's gonna make most of the money during the second year.
But I think you're gonna try to get that guaranteed money up.
I mean, he really don't have a leverage. He really doesn't.
Yeah, well, right now, yeah, tell you though. And if it's ACL, about some he had way more leverage. He would have.
Yeah, if it wasn't close, he get paid.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be a big hit. He's going to take a hit financially. Yes, he's going to take a hit because of the injury, but I don't think it's going to be a big hit for him.
He'll get resigned. Put it like that.
Well, we're gonna see if they got the money. We're
gonna see. Back to the game though. Great game. It went down to the wire. Rams, scored a couple early touchdowns, and then Odell got hurt. The game kind of got murky with the Rams offense in terms once Odell got out of the game, and then Cincinnati started to make a comeback coming into the third quarter, and then in the final quarter, the Rams had flipped the switch and kept on throwing the ball to Cooper Kupp. He got the crucial touchdown at the end, and then Burrow tried to answer back at the end, but on
Man.
fourth down, Aaron Donald
Arizona
came
came
on,
in.
you know what I'm saying?
Show why he one of the best players in the league, man. Well,
Exactly, man. He
the
dominated
best in the league, man.
and pretty much got the sec to seal it and got LA to win in LA.
Yeah, man. Aaron Donald is yeah, he that guy. He's that he
He's
that
that
guy.
girl, man. He's one of the most dominant pass rushers of all time. One of the most dominant defensive players of all time, man. He said he might retire. I don't think he's going to retire though, but
Man,
what a way to capture a win
shit.
in the hometown team.
Yeah,
I mean, in the city.
I would try to maximize off of this win again as much money as I could, and then retire the year after. Because you're not gonna get a bigger you're not gonna get a bigger check than coming off the Super Bowl. Because they gotta pay you. They have to pay.
But see, the thing with him is that he's constantly, you know what I mean, getting double teamed, and you know,
That's
you gotta
true.
think about it.
That's true.
He every down he plays is going to be some type of collision contact. So I guess
that covered the game. That covered what position he playing in the game.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess he figured right now, you know what I'm saying, while he's still young, I think he's about 30, 31, you know what I'm saying?
He could retire. If he's financially sound, he's like shit. He could do that. And that's nothing wrong with that. If he chooses to do that, that's cool.
You know, barely injured. So I can see it.
That be smart. I'm not saying it's a bad play. I'm saying capitalize on that. If you want to capitalize on the money right now and get to that bag. But if not, you feel you did all you could do when you did all you wanted to do in the league, and you like, fuck it, I can get money somewhere else and invest this and do whatever I can do. Go ahead and do it. But I say get to that bag. But.
Most definitely. What about the halftime show, Roy?
Let's get to that halftime show, man. Let me see this. Dr. Dre, I was surprised they got this, man. This man don't perform for shit. He do not perform for nothing. I'm surprised the NFL got him.
I was like, he kind of sound good, but then I was like, oh, this lip sync thing.
Man, it was good seeing Dre and Snoop again. It was good seeing them together. It was really good seeing Snoop out there doing what he was doing.
Snoop was out there, man.
Snoop always put on the show.
Out there doing the crip walk.
Of course. He was doing his one too.
The bandana set up and mixed it in with the little Rams color. Oh man.
Yeah, the little stripy on there, yeah.
Wow.
And that crip blue in there. Snoop was doing his thing.
Snoop is like one of the coolest people in the fucking world, man.
Yes, he is. It was great seeing Mary J. Blige, or as you say,
Monet Tejada. Monet.
It was great seeing her. It was like she was falling off Bazik at the end. That was hilarious.
Had 50, man. God damn. $2. Like fucking CJ from off of fucking San Andreas when you fucking do all them fucking reps with the fucking
a lot of people were mad at me for showing up like he did. I'm like, this man literally just came off a movie. He's producing like 12 shows right now. Like, let the man, he wasn't the best of shape, but he wasn't crazy out of shape either.
Some people was calling him fat. I don't know. He just swole. He just like swole for no reason. Like he can't turn away his ass.
The man is I think he getting back to the gym because he was out of the gym for a while. Of course, he was just filming. He's filming. What's that called? You're about to film. Dinner Thieves 2.
Oh,
they're about to do.
How?
They're about to film that.
Dinner Thieves 2. Did he die?
I don't remember. I don't remember all those he filmed. I don't know if he executive produced. If he got something to do with the actual movie.
He died in a movie.
He may have. I don't know, but I know they're filming it and he's part of it. I don't know if it's production or acting or what, but he's actually part of the movie.
Surprisingly, but
he's part of the movie. I know that. I know he's at least producing the movie.
Okay.
Now he might be co-executive producer, but he's got something to do with that movie right now.
Well, here 50.
But it was good to see. It was good to see 50 right there. It was great seeing Kendrick Lamar because we heard him in forever. Him and the Golden Lords was performing on the field, That was great. It was a great throwback to Meteor Man right there for y'all people that don't know.
You
And
know,
yes, that was a homage to Meteor Man, the Golden Lords.
yeah, it was. I feel like Kendrick dropped the ball. Let me tell you why he
Why?
dropped the ball. This was a time to perform something that we ain't hear yet.
No, it
Yeah.
wasn't. It wasn't time to perform something we ain't here yet.
I think he either a freestyle or a little clip of a new song.
I know
He's been
people
gone.
want.
He's been
I know
gone.
people wanted to hear that, but that wasn't time. That was the time to
He
do the
could have
songs
did
that
that.
people know.
I think he could have did that.
I think when it's time for him to
My
release his
personal
new music,
opinion.
he will do it. But that wasn't a place to do that. But it was a
But
good performance from Kendrick.
he took the safe route. I don't blame him.
It was a good performance from Kendrick.
But to me, actually, but his performance wasn't um the most noteworthy to me. I think when we actually got to Dre's and Snoop's personals, those were more and Mary's.
Yeah, those are more.
But when Be Alright came on, I thought
Be Alright
that
was great. Be
that was
Alright
great.
was great.
That was great.
I
When
actually
you talk about
liked.
Eminem.
It was enough. It was enough. It was enough. Then his
You only
threes,
play one song. That's crazy.
the damn threes he had on was fucking fire. That was with the Slim Shady tag in the back and the E. It was a Jordan on one tongue. The other one. Those was fire. Those shoe game crazy with Eminem.
But what? I wonder why they didn't do forget about Dre.
I guess they didn't have time. You know, they did the medley of songs. They had only so much time to do it in.
They should that should have been in there. I'm sorry, that should have been in there.
That should have been in there,
That
but
should have been there.
it is what it is. They got cut the time, whatever. Anderson .Paak was on drums when Dre and Snoop were performing on top.
That was
And they had the guys there about Crip Walker choreography. I never thought I would see Crip Walker choreography at the halftime show.
Oh yeah,
That was wild. That was really wild to see. I didn't expect to see that, but that was great.
But you know what was great about this Super Bowl? I think it was two teams that been there in a little minute, and there were two fresh teams we didn't see. We didn't have to look at Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady. They were quote unquote high power offenses, and then it was in LA. The whole team was LA, and then that's like once LA won, it's a big celebration in your hometown. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think that NBA parade will start like this week, the next week.
Something like that.
Is it tomorrow, like Thursday, or is it next week? I can't remember.
I can't remember.
I know it's soon. I know it's real soon.
Or it was a lot of superstars there. You talking about LeBron James, Meg Stallion,
Doja Cat.
I mean, the list.
Shay Sharp.
Shay Sharp, baby. The list goes on and on.
Yes.
So you gotta think about the type of parties that was happening in LA and the massive celebrations going to everybody's neighborhoods within LA. So I think that was a beautiful thing.
Yeah,
that happened. And then to have your hometown favorites do that, perform the halftime show. I think it was very appropriate as well.
That was very appropriate. Yeah, that was a great halftime show, man. Let's do two more stories and get up out of here, man. One more is we gotta talk about the baby situation real quick.
Oh man,
I know. We talked about this off camera. We can talk about right here. But those of you that don't know, the baby blazed a fire ass freestyle on LA Leakers.
Oh yes, he did.
Killed that shit. The man was on fire doing that shit. I mean, NBA Jam, he's on fire. Like he blazed that shit. And then he left there and went to a celebrity bowling tournament in Malibu. And he ran into his baby mother's brother, Brandon Mills there. and apparently Brandon walked up on him. Again, to give you the backstory, we all know about the drama with him and his baby mother.
Mm-hmm.
And Brandon said, "It's on sight when I see you." So when this man walked up to him,
Right.
the baby snuffed his ass, and there was a brawl after that. Of course, they were slip and sliding on the bowling alley. Security was throwing this man around by his hand. People was hitting them. I can't say they pecked him out, but they was hitting them and trying to get their kicks and stuff in.
It was jumping.
The baby said, "Let me give you a couple licks." The baby popped him as soon as he walked up.
Then you started sliding in the bowling lane.
And then he walked away. Got a
like,
couple more hits and then walked away. And then they was sliding and tussling in the bowling lane. And then it was what it was after that. Again, people were saying the baby was wrong for what he did. I say, if you threaten me online, say it's on site, and I see you, nigga, don't come to talk to me. You say it was, I didn't say shit to you. You say it was on site, so I'm gonna beat your ass right there. You come to direct violence at me. That's self-defense.
Well, no, everybody, they wanted it to be a 1v1. So I guess that's technically, supposed to be commendable, but you talking about a man that's worth that's worth a lot of money, and he's worth he's very valuable to a whole bunch of different people that he provides for. So essentially, you about to be you're trying to mess with the merchandise, and security and all that. Well, technically, security did a bad job for even having the baby, even having the swing on you, but that besides the point. Yeah. Well, I mean, Brandon, he fucked up. I mean, he should have had his people with him.
No, all right.
What made you think you gonna go in that situation and get a fair one with the baby?
All right.
In LA.
All right. First off, there's no fans in a damn street fight. It's just a fucking street fight. Anything goes in that shit. Second off, people are stupid. You don't threaten me with on site and then not be prepared for on site. Like, nigga, don't threaten me and then be like, oh, I want to talk. No, nigga, you want.
He said on site, and he was trying to have a conversation with the baby. Like, no, if it's on site, you're supposed to be swinging first.
And the baby,
and then deal with the repercussions.
The baby did the right thing by snuffing his ass because he said on site. He said, "Oh, he said on site. This nigga right here, all whip his ass on goddamn site like he was supposed to."
And
again, don't write a check. Your ass can't cash because we see what happened. And again, this man should have shut the fuck up.
Then
and stay out of
other people's business. Should have had his hair tied up or something, because now niggas dragging you by your hair like a red dog. I don't really appreciate that because I don't think that's the main thing to try to pull another nigga's hair and shit. But
look, hey, like I said, anything go, man. Shit,
anything goes sometimes.
It's a fight, man. Like I understand where he was coming from about wanting to protect his sister and defending his sister's honor, but look, you gotta stay on grown people business, man. The baby didn't put his hands on his sister. As far as we know, the way said he put his hands on her.
I mean,
their situation is their situation. I understand you're upset about it happened to his sister. Cool, you're upset about, but don't.
I understand. Say if he wants to go out there and pick a fight, but just be smart about it. You gotta be strategic. You can't go there dolo by yourself to try to handle the situation. You need. Make sure you got the reputable people around you, because know he's gonna have people with him as well.
Don't invite people to violence if you're not prepared for said violence happening.
That's what I'm saying. So he came into it ill prepared, and he got his ass whipped.
But that's on him. He shouldn't have started.
I mean, that is on him.
He shouldn't have started that shit. Like I said, the baby wasn't wrong for what he did. That was self-defense. And Brandon Mills, stay your ass at home, man. Don't invite people to violence if you ain't got no hands, bro.
Yeah, man. I mean, you want to find him. See whatever you want. He wanted to do MMA or boxing. See if you can sign a contract or something.
that ain't gonna happen. That ain't gonna happen, man.
That would make sense. You know what I'm saying? He would have got what he wanted.
It would, man.
Yeah, gotta be more prepared, man. Be more smart about things that you do, man.
Yeah, more fair. Let's do one more story real quick to get about here. For those of you that don't know, this story about Snoop Dogg real quick. Snoop Dogg for those of you that don't know, was one of the original artists signed to this record label, Death Row Records, and apparently he just got the rights. He nailed the owner of Death Row Records. It went through a couple people. I think it was like Hasbro, the toy company, and E1, and owned by somebody else, and all that. But now Snoop Dogg officially owns it now. I don't know if he owns it outright by himself with a group, but he's the leader of Death Row Records right now. As far as the press release goes, he's the owner of Death Row Records, which I think is a great thing. Hopefully, he can actually get paid now from Death Row, since he owns it now. He'll probably get paid what's publishing on that record label. Now that he owns it,
Yeah,
and
I
let's
mean,
see what he does with the label.
Snoop Dogg is fucking. He carried fucking Death Row for years.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I guess this is great karma for him to own it and try to lead in the right direction. You know what I'm saying?
It's great to see him come full circle with the record label, because for a lot of years he had hate with Death Row because of what happened with him, again being young, naive, and not knowing anything about the music business, signing bad contracts, which again you have lawyers, actual lawyers that are not the record label's lawyers, look over your shit, that are actually immersed in entertainment law and the music industry to do your stuff.
Yeah, and with that trial and error, he's definitely going to be the best, representative, for for actually leading the label, and not only that, him actually finding artists, that would fit for the mold of a Death Row, and saying he'll know how to manage and curate them and to make them superstars, and saying and have the financial means to outsource and eventually grow to be a staple label.
Well, again, it's a legacy label now, but hopefully it
Right.
actually comes back to its former glory. Hopefully he has a good team of A&Rs and actual VPs and people in the industry actually working in the building for him. Again, I wonder who they're going to get to be distribution for them. Because there's a lot of baby labels and big labels, but there aren't a lot of urban, like actual like iconic labels for around that time. Actually, around you got like Rap a Lot, you got Bad Boy, which is not doing anything. You got Def Jam. Def Jam is older than Death Row, but they're still around or whatever. They're still in the game, whatever. But everybody else is either Sony, Warner, or freaking what? Universal. That's it.
I wonder if Nipsey was still alive, would he be somewhere in this deal as well?
Well, he had a deal with, what was it, Atlantic, I think?
Atlantic.
Universal.
I think it was like a 2-year distribution deal, he said in one of his interviews before he passed.
Well, he might have been able. He might have been able to sign. I don't know. He might have had a joint venture with Death Row at this point. Well,
Nipsey and Snoop, that have been one hell of a
pair. That'd be crazy. Let's see how Death Row gets off the ground again. Hopefully, he comes with good talent.
100%. 100%. 100%. I think Snoop's definitely going to lead things in the right direction, man. Yeah, he's definitely respected among his peers. He's been around the game for a long time. Even him performing the halftime show, you think that was like 30, 40 years ago or so.
I'll tell you was, but I guess next year it'll be 30 years. So yeah.
Yeah. So it's like,
might as well just say 30 years ago. Shit.
Right. So he's definitely the leader for that label, and I think should give him the blessing too. So I think.
It don't matter. Suge ain't getting out for at least another decade. So it don't matter none what he say. But
hey man, that's dope, man. Shout out to Snoop Dogg. Shout out to the Death Row camp.
So we can bring back the West again, bro.
Bring back the West, man. Bring back good solid West Coast music.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
God, man. Any thing this week that you saw? Anything this week you saw that wows you, Royal, or
That
makes
wows me.
that
Uh,
wows you, or makes you have some type of enlightenment thought,
uh,
enlightening.
no, shit. The only thing that's on my mind right now is fucking Ukraine Russia shit. I don't want to talk about that right now because you know that's some bullshit going on right now. You know, we're not gonna get into that because we got into it every damn week since we've been on here. That's some whatever's gonna happen is they wild at the border right now, and hopefully they figure that shit out.
Yeah, man. It's news to me, man. It's
We,
like
we, we don't need World War III popping off, man. Let the people
we
sound that
don't
shit,
need
man.
World War III popping off, and you know, we're just now in a era where you know, it's a lot of posturing and people making like these type of not flagrant threats, but like they're it's like they're sending warning pot shots, like even with China, you know with Russia, like they're showing signs of
Man, these people need to get
past
that.
a passive aggressiveness to show like, oh yeah, uh, this can pop off at any time. So I
Man,
mean,
these people on some
we also be
bullshit.
on high alert. What I'm saying, every country, because
Yeah,
even
man.
countries are being taken over by fucking Taliban and terrorists. Still got craziness going in what Iran and Afghanistan,
Iraq and there say all that bullshit.
Iraq. Yeah, so it's like,
Man, just please calm that bullshit
mm,
down. I do not want to keep hearing about this shit. Man. I know it's some Cold War type shit, man. This is ridiculous. This is like the this history repeating itself again. It's
yeah. I
freaking
mean,
ridiculous, man.
unfortunately, when it comes to history, is that like you know war is always inevitable. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And
man.
as history repeats itself, there's a war, people die, there comes assimilation, and the whole dynamic of the international, these countries and these different nations, they're forever shifted, and different governments form, and there's always some type of new cycle because of set war that happens.
Man,
And
hopefully,
we're kind of overdue due for like a world war, to be honest.
hopefully we this shit
But
can
I hope
calm down.
hope we don't experience it. Now. What I'm saying, I don't want us
You know,
to
I
be
don't want to see that shit.
chaos and craziness come over here in the U.S. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
We are very fortunate to be here. Saying versus being over fucking Europe and the Middle East and shit, where Africa, where people are being fucking murdered and people blown up. Saying a lot of uh atrocities are happening mainly over yonder versus here back home, which is fucked up. We got shit that's happening amongst ourselves. Saying, which is the most terrible thing, that our the people here, us as people, as Americans, we hurt each other, just as bad as if we were over yonder. Um, it's it's a tough ordeal,
yeah,
tough ordeal,
there's a different
but
level of violence here than
mhm,
being constantly in a war-torn state or somewhere where the threat of war is constantly over here. There's a different threat of violence here that you get used to. That's not as extreme as that, but it is extreme from an outside circumstance looking in on it. But again, if you're used to it, it's nothing new to you.
right,
But again, it's just on a different level for us here.
yeah.
And
It's here. It's like
we can actually get these two countries into some type of accord where they can actually calm down, sit down, and actually stop this. Hopefully, Putin and his hopeful last year, because next year, unless he's supposed to be his last year, unless he passes a law where it restarts the political clock after his last year, he can go on and run again. Hopefully, they don't pass that shit. Everyone should let this man get the fuck up out of office peacefully next year. Let this shit go. We really don't need this bullshit. I know Ukraine, like, please leave us the fuck alone, man. We don't want this shit. We don't need this shit. I know the citizens scared. I know Russia is pulling more troops on the border of Ukraine. We already know this. We've seen it. Troop moving, and yeah, just please. Hopefully, they can get this de-escalated.
Most definitely. Like, we things. Unfortunately, things don't really get changed until bloodshed happening. Like, as much as we want to extend diplomacy, it's always going to be some type of posturing until somebody pop off.
That's true. That's true.
You know what I'm saying? And sometimes countries can only do but so much to sit back and just watch somebody keep on sending you passive aggressive threats.
That's very true, but Ukraine don't need to incite anything either.
That is true.
We don't Russia want to do what they want to do, but Ukraine doesn't need to be the attacker for this. We know that Russia's going to try to use their win or something and say, "Oh, Ukraine did this. Ukraine tapped my hand. Now I got to go over there and do something." Like, no. Just Ukraine just sit over there and be prepared for whatever's going to happen. And just hopefully cooler heads can prevail, because it's not Ukraine. Russia needs the cooler heads to prevail over there at that side.
Man, prayers for everybody. These are tough times, especially us being in a pandemic, and we don't need any more things on our mind. And let's just get through this year. Put it like this. Can we just let's get through this year? Saying get through another year of COVID and move on forward. Hopefully we can get less atrocities, less bloodshed, less tears, less broken homes and families, and things of that nature, man. All right. Anything else, Roy?
That's about it, man. That's it.
All right, man. Thank you. Thank you to each and everybody for tuning in to the Simply Awesome podcast, man. We love you guys' content. We're gonna give you guys some more over these next few weeks as well, man. This is a little Mini-sode. Want to express so much love to our countries, internationally. Definitely Germany is a big part. I want to say starting to get Russia, Afghanistan, Singapore, and all the many nations that's viewing this as well.
Shout out to the space station.
Shout out to the space station, most definitely. And because we're gonna give you guys more great content as well. And I'm saying, make sure you stay prayed up, socially distance, take care of yourself, and make sure you stay in touch with all your loved ones and friends as well. Man, no further ado, man. This is Simply Awesome Podcast. Until next time, bitch, you do, Arrivederci, all that good stuff, man.
Yep.
Peace out, we out.